Hey guys, welcome back to part 7 of my step-by-step Starfield Outpost guide series, where I'll walk you through how to make the first galactic empire. This is the second to last episode of the series, where we'll automate manufacturing of all Tier 3 manufactured resources. Let's get into it. By the end of the video, you'll be manufacturing aldemite drilling rigs, control rods, andesite wafers, microsecond regulators, nuclear fuel rods, power circuits, rothoside magnets, substrate molecular sieves, tacine superconductors, barrel-treated manifolds, and vitanium fuel rods. There are going to be a lot of cargo links to build and connect in this episode, so once again, save often and take your time. There's also a lot of material linked in the documents below that should assist you, but if you do have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. Here's the agenda for this episode. Step 1. We will build the cargo links in each of our outposts. Step 2, we will activate trade routes and connect our cargo links. Step 3, we're going to build and connect our Tier 3 manufacturing machines, the multiplex fabricators. In Step 4, we're going to upgrade and build more helium-3 extractors and robots if necessary. You will need rank 2 outpost engineering and to have completed all the research unlocked with it to complete this episode. When you build a cargo link that exports resources, put at least one of that resource into the exporting cargo link's storage container. You don't need to do this for all of them, just a few I point out. Let's start in the Alpha Andraste system, going from left to right, top to bottom. On Alpha Andraste 3, build an intersystem cargo link that will export imported helium-3. Deposit helium-3 into the export container. Then build an intersystem cargo link that will import helium-3. Build an intersystem cargo link that imports memory substrates, build another intersystem cargo link that imports molecular sieves, and build an intersystem cargo link that imports sterile nanotubes. On Carinae 3A, build an intersystem cargo link that exports imported semi-metal wafers. Deposit semi-metal wafers into the export container. Then build an intersystem cargo link that exports imported supercooled magnets. Deposit supercooled magnets into the export container. Build an intersystem cargo link that imports helium-3. Then build an intersystem cargo link that imports lithium. And build an intersystem cargo link that imports semi-metal wafers. And then build one more intersystem cargo link that imports supercooled magnets. On Tau Ceti 1, build an intersystem cargo link that exports helium-3. On Tau Ceti 2, build an intersystem cargo link that exports solvents. Then build an intersystem cargo link that exports sterile nanotubes. On Eridani 2, build an intersystem cargo link that exports molecular sieves. You should now have 2 intersystem cargo links that export molecular sieves. On Eridani 3, build an intersystem cargo link that exports plutonium. Then build an intersystem cargo link that exports positron batteries. On Eridani 4B, build an intersystem cargo link that exports europium. Then build an intersystem cargo link that exports supercooled magnets. On Eridani 4C, build a normal cargo link that exports helium-3. Then build 2 intersystem cargo links that export helium-3 as well. On Eridani 8C, build an intersystem cargo link that exports cesium and microsecond regulators. Deposit microsecond regulators into the export container. I tried really hard to make sure that each cargo link only exported one resource, and this is the one planet I couldn't do it for. So there may occasionally be some blockages you might have to clear out every blue moon, and I apologize. Then build an intersystem cargo link that exports lithium. Build an intersystem cargo link that imports europium. Build a normal cargo link that imports helium-3. Then build an intersystem cargo link that imports supercooled magnets. And then build one more intersystem cargo link that imports tau-grade rheostats. On Beta Array 1, delete the intersystem cargo links that import tantalum and import isocentered magnets. We will no longer be using them to produce 0G gimbals. Then build an intersystem cargo link that exports lubricants. You should now have 2 intersystem cargo links that export lubricants. And then build an intersystem cargo link that exports fibers. Deposit fibers into the export container. On Schrödinger 2, build an intersystem cargo link that exports imported cesium. Deposit cesium into the export container. Then build an intersystem cargo link that exports imported helium-3. Deposit helium-3 into the export container. And then build an intersystem cargo link that imports cesium and microsecond regulators. For this one, build 2 import buffers, one for cesium and another for microsecond regulators. Build an intersystem cargo link that imports helium-3. Then build an intersystem cargo link that imports drilling rigs. On Jaffa 1a, build an intersystem cargo link that exports austenitic manifolds. On Jaffa 2a, build an intersystem cargo link that exports palladium. Then delete the intersystem cargo link exporting isocentered magnets. There should now only be one intersystem cargo link exporting isocentered magnets. On Jaffa 7b, build an intersystem cargo link that exports dysprosium. Then build an intersystem cargo link that exports drilling rigs. On Zeta Ophiuchi 1, change the intersystem cargo link that exports tantalum to ytterbium. So disconnect the red thread connecting the export and import buffers and clear out the container's inventories. And build an intersystem cargo link that exports polymers. On Zeta Ophiuchi 6a, build an intersystem cargo link that exports paramagnon conductors. And build an intersystem cargo link that exports semi-metal wafers. On Chi-Am 6e, build an intersystem cargo link that exports isotopic coolants. You should now have 2 intersystem cargo links that export isotopic coolants. Then build an intersystem cargo link that exports tau-grade rheostats. Deposit tau-grade rheostats into the export container. And build an intersystem cargo link that imports beryllium. On Dakaran 7b, build an intersystem cargo link that exports imported solvents. Deposit solvents into the export container. Then build an intersystem cargo link that exports imported semi-metal wafers. Deposit semi-metal wafers into the export container. Build an intersystem cargo link that imports plutonium. Then build an intersystem cargo link that imports solvents. And then build an intersystem cargo link that imports andesite wafers. And build one more intersystem cargo link that imports semi-metal wafers. Use the helium-3 extracted here to fuel your intersystem cargo links. On Katydid 3, build an intersystem cargo link that exports beryllium. Then build an intersystem cargo link that exports andesite wafers. Deposit andesite wafers into the export container if you have one. Build an intersystem cargo link that imports cesium. And then build an intersystem cargo link that imports helium-3. Build an intersystem cargo link that imports solvents. Build one more intersystem cargo link that imports semi-metal wafers. On Vern 1, build an intersystem cargo link that exports imported helium-3. Deposit helium-3 into the export container. Then build an intersystem cargo link that exports imported austenitic manifolds. Deposit austenitic manifolds into the export container. And build an intersystem cargo link that imports helium-3. And then build an intersystem cargo link that imports ytterbium. Build an intersystem cargo link that imports lubricants. And build one more intersystem cargo link that imports austenitic manifolds. On Fermi 7a, build an intersystem cargo link that exports memory substrates. Deposit memory substrates into the export container. Then build an intersystem cargo link that imports dysprosium. And then build an intersystem cargo link that imports helium-3. Build an intersystem cargo link that imports fibers and connect the imported fibers to the animal husbandry facilities. Then build an intersystem cargo link that imports austenitic manifolds. And build one more intersystem cargo link that imports isotopic coolants. And finally, on Huygens 7a, build an intersystem cargo link that exports imported helium-3. Deposit helium-3 into the export container. Build an intersystem cargo link that imports helium-3. Then build an intersystem cargo link that imports palladium. And build an intersystem cargo link that imports polymer. Build an intersystem cargo link that imports paramagnon conductors. And build one more intersystem cargo link that imports positron batteries. Here are the resources you'll need to complete this step. Focusing on the cargo links that only import resources, let's follow the same outpost order. On Alpha Andraste 3, connect the intersystem cargo link that imports helium-3 from Eridani 4C. Then connect the intersystem cargo link that imports memory substrates from Fermi 7A. Connect the intersystem cargo link that imports molecular sieves from Eridani 2. And connect the intersystem cargo link that imports sterile nanotubes from Tau Ceti 2. On Carinae 3A, connect the intersystem cargo link that imports helium-3 from Eridani 4C. Then connect the intersystem cargo link that imports lithium from Eridani 8C. Connect the intersystem cargo link that imports semi-metal wafers from Zeta Ophiuchi 6A. And then connect the intersystem cargo link that imports supercooled magnets from Eridani 4B. On Eridani 8C, connect the intersystem cargo link that imports europium from Eridani 4B. Then connect the normal cargo link that imports helium-3 from Eridani 4C. And connect the intersystem cargo link that imports supercooled magnets from Carinae 3A. And then connect the intersystem cargo link that imports tau-grade rheostats from Chi-M6E. On Schrödinger 2, connect the intersystem cargo link that imports cesium and microsecond regulators from Eridani 8C. Then connect the intersystem cargo link that imports helium-3 from Alpha Andraste 3. And connect the intersystem cargo link that imports drilling rigs from Jaffa 7B. On Chi-M6E, connect the intersystem cargo link that imports beryllium from KD 3. On Dakaran 7B, connect the intersystem cargo link that imports plutonium from Eridani 3. Then connect the intersystem cargo link that imports solvents from Tau Ceti 2. And connect the intersystem cargo link that imports andesite wafers from KD 3. And then connect the intersystem cargo link that imports semi-metal wafers from Carinae 3A. On KD 3, connect the intersystem cargo link that imports cesium from Schrödinger 2. Then connect the intersystem cargo link that imports helium-3 from Schrödinger 2 as well. And connect the intersystem cargo link that imports solvents from Dakaran 7B. And then connect the intersystem cargo link that imports semi-metal wafers from Dakaran 7B as well. On Vern 1, connect the intersystem cargo link that imports helium-3 from Tau Ceti 1. Then connect the intersystem cargo link that imports ytterbium from Zeta Ophiuchi 1. And connect the intersystem cargo link that imports lubricants from Beta Marae 1. And then connect the intersystem cargo link that imports austenitic manifolds from Jaffa 1A. On Fermi 7A, connect the intersystem cargo link that imports dysprosium from Jaffa 7B. Then connect the intersystem cargo link that imports helium-3 from Huygens 7A. And connect the intersystem cargo link that imports fibers from Beta Marae 1. Connect the intersystem cargo link that imports austenitic manifolds from Vern 1. And then connect the intersystem cargo link that imports isotopic coolants from Chi-M6E. And finally, on Huygens 7A, connect the intersystem cargo link that imports helium-3 from Vern 1. Then connect the intersystem cargo link that imports palladium from Jaffa 2A. And connect the intersystem cargo link that imports polymers from Zeta Ophiuchi 1. Connect the intersystem cargo link that imports paramagnon conductors from Zeta Ophiuchi 6A. And then connect the intersystem cargo link that imports positron batteries from Eridani 3. Now to build the fabricators. This is pretty simple, nothing we haven't already done 20 times before. On Alpha Andraste 3, build a multiplex fabricator that produces substrate molecular sieves. Connect the imported sterile nanotubes, the vasopressants produced here, the imported molecular sieves, and the imported memory substrates to the multiplex fabricator. On Carinae 3A, build a multiplex fabricator that produces rothesite magnets. Connect the imported supercooled magnets, the imported semi-metal wafers, the rothesite extracted here, and the imported lithium to the multiplex fabricator. On Eridani 8C, build a multiplex fabricator that produces microsecond regulators. Connect the imported supercooled magnets, the lithium extracted here, the imported tau grade rheostats, and the imported europium to the multiplex fabricator. On Schrodinger 2, build a multiplex fabricator that produces aldamite drilling rigs. Connect the aldamite extracted here, the imported drilling rigs, the imported microsecond regulators, and the imported cesium to the multiplex fabricator. Onto Cairn 7b, build a compound fabricator that produces nuclear fuel rods. Connect the imported semi-metal wafers, the imported solvents, and the uranium extracted here to the compound fabricator. Then build a multiplex fabricator that produces titanium fuel rods. Connect the imported andesite wafers, the imported plutonium, the titanium extracted here, and the nuclear fuel rods we just set up to the multiplex fabricator. On Katydid 3, build a multiplex fabricator that produces andesite wafers. Connect the imported semi-metal wafers, the imported cesium, the andesite extracted here, and the imported solvents to the multiplex fabricator. On Chi-M 6e, build a fabricator that produces tau grade rheostats. Connect the imported beryllium and the copper extracted here to the fabricator. On Vern 1, build a multiplex fabricator that produces Varel treated manifolds. Connect the imported austenitic manifolds, the Varel extracted here, the imported ytterbium, and the imported lubricants to the multiplex fabricator. On Fermi 7a, build a compound fabricator that produces control rods. Connect the imported austenitic manifolds, the imported isotopic coolants, and the imported dysprosium to the compound fabricator. On Huygens 7a, build a multiplex fabricator that produces power circuits. Connect the imported paramagnon conductors, the imported positron batteries, the imported polymers, and the imported palladium to the multiplex fabricator. Then build a multiplex fabricator that produces tachyon superconductors. Connect the imported paramagnon conductors, the tachyon extracted here, the imported polymers, and the imported palladium to the multiplex fabricator. Here are the resources you'll need to complete this step. To fuel all our new intersystem cargo links, we once again have to expand and upgrade our helium-3 production. With Outpost Engineering Rank 2, we now have access to industrial helium-3 extractors that are 6.5 times more efficient than Tier 1 helium-3 extractors and 2.6 times more efficient than Tier 2. The way we have our helium-3 supply chain set up is to evenly split demand between Tau Ceti 1 and Eridani 4C. If one of your outposts has a larger deposit of helium-3 than the other, there are many ways to change the import-export layout so it suits your needs. In my case, this is my layout. I have more helium-3 production capacity on Eridani 4C than on Tau Ceti 1, so I made a small change. In the document linked, in the helium-3 sheet, I have a section where you can input your own digits and see how many extractors and robots you'll need. You can also see how the required production will change if you use fueled generators. If you can overproduce helium-3, it wouldn't hurt. The rate of production per minute in the dock will not match the number shown in the build mode. I use my own calculations and timing for the dock. However, if you don't want to change your setup and are satisfied with how it is currently, here are the number of Tier 3 industrial helium-3 extractors you'll need per outpost to fuel your empire. On Eridani 4C, build at least 21 Tier 3 industrial helium-3 extractors for full optimization. This assumes you don't have any robots, crew, or outpost management rank 4. On Jaffa 4A, build at least 5 Tier 3 industrial helium-3 extractors for full optimization. On Tau Ceti 1, build at least 26 Tier 3 industrial helium-3 extractors for full optimization. On Takaran 7B, build at least 4 Tier 3 industrial helium-3 extractors for full optimization. Takaran 7B has extremely poor solar power generation, so if you have room for additional extractors, I highly recommend using fueled generators. This will increase your demand for helium-3, which will require more extractors. Use the document to find out how many fueled generators you can support. Here are roughly the resources you'll need to complete this step. We are so close to finishing the series. If you guys like the content, please consider liking the video. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in part 8, the final episode. Bye bye now!